Case of Jeffrey Williams, a famous rapper who's facing racketeering charges in Georgia. Better known by his stage name Young Thug, Williams is accused of being a founding member of the criminal gang Young Slime Life, or YSL. Police said Williams and YSL had previous ties with the infamous Bloods gang. In May 2022, Williams was arrested and charged with gang-related offenses and violating Georgia's Racketeer Influence in Corrupt Organizations, or RICO Act. However, this is not the first time Williams crossed paths with the law. He was previously arrested in 2017 on drug-related charges, as police found contraband, guns, and drug money in his car. Now in court for his RICO trial, prosecutors used Williams' own song lyrics to suggest that he was a part of a gang.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body.
He's not using gang colloquially. The evidence will show he's telling you they are a gang.
But the defense argued that the lyrics were taken out of context, and Williams made gangster songs only in his studio.
These are lyrics that rhyme. Those are taken out of context in that song, but they're lyrics. If we're going to criminalize lyrics, you will learn. We all should watch what we say. This is, you will learn, studio gangsters. They're in the studio. They are creating music for us to listen to.
They also said prosecutors misunderstood Williams' stage name and that Thug actually stood for truly humble under God.
It was his path that he could ever make it as a musical artist and help his family, himself, and as many others out of this endless cycle of hopelessness. He would be truly humble under God. That's what Thug means.
Prosecutors then introduced a picture that showed Williams making Bloods gang signs, but the defense had other ideas.
Prosecution is targeting, that's Jeffrey taking a selfie in the mirror, and he has his hand up, and the indictment that the prosecution had the grand jury return says he's holding up a blood sign. And that furthers this conspiracy.
They argued Williams only made a sign that denoted positivity.
Blood sign is like this. It looks like a B. That is a P. Jeffrey's fingers are down. It means any circumstance you're in, if you think positively about something, you could make it through. You're pushing positivity.
Williams' trial was also marred with interruptions, delays, and heated moments. This was mainly because Judge Ural Glanville, prosecutor Adrian Love, and defense attorney Brian Steele were not always on the same page. For example, in one instance, when the defense failed to follow his instructions, Judge Glanville had some stern words for them.
You know, you all don't listen to the court, and it's going to get you all in a lot of hot water. You need to listen to me when I tell you something, and don't rely upon your own understanding.
He also schooled defense attorney Brian Steele on how to properly handle evidence in court.
Underneath the passenger seat
Mr.
on the
Steele,
floorboard, is that right?
I need to teach you about handling weapons. Please point the muzzle always downward, no matter if it's unloaded, okay?
I know it's unloaded, but yes, sir.
You make everybody nervous, okay? To include Mr. Kearns, who you're pointing it at. All right.
I apologize.
While Judge Glanville handled that situation with levity, he lost his patience when prosecutors questioned him about a juror.
Your Honor, did juror number 39...
Yo, would you stay out of my business, Miss Love?
Oh, well.
Stay out of my business.
Judge,
Look,
I'm sorry.
I've been doing this a long time. Yes, I have, yes.
In another instance, a court bailiff had to step in when attorneys from both sides got into a heated argument.
Your Honor, at some point,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I'm talking,
Your Honor,
and I don't know why I am being interrupted. I will not stop.
Hey.
I was speaking.
Miss Love, y'all got.
I'm sorry, I was speaking.
Both y'all can't talk at the same time.
I know, I was
Honor, the
speaking, and
state
I
can talk
expect
for
you
years.
allowed to speak when I'm speaking.
Hey, both of you all need to just take it down a notch.
Safe to say, Judge Glanville was not impressed at all.
But you continually engage in this pattern of behavior, Miss Love. You don't want to accept my ruling.
Your Honor,
And I know you're being an advocate, but at some point, stop. Just stop. I made my ruling. Good, bad, or indifferent to you. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
I do accept that
Okay,
fact.
no,
but
you
Judge,
don't. No, you don't.
The defense, too, had enough of the prosecutor's constant interruptions.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the state earlier, but the state can talk the ears off a donkey. This continued filibustering has got to stop so that opposing counsel can speak. This continued going back whenever the state loses in this case has got to stop at some point, Your Honor. Thank you.
Then Judge Glanville seemed to get frustrated by the delay tactics used by the defense team.
When you keep delaying, okay, and that's what's happening to the court. You keep delaying and elongating and pushing out these particular, our ability to present a seamless case in front of the jury. You can imagine my frustration because all these little delays just elongate out the whole our presentation in front of the jury. That's for your benefit. Not for mine.
Williams' attorney, Steele, didn't appreciate it. Instead, he demanded an apology and asked the judge to recuse himself from the case.
I make a motion to ask you to please recuse yourself. I know it has to be in writing within 5 days. If you want me to do that, I'll do it, and it has to go to another judge. But this is what's going on, Your Honor, whether you see it or not. You're yelling at me in front of a jury for nothing, and then you won't apologize. And I did nothing wrong, ever.
Things also got pretty heated when Judge Glanville had an issue with the timing of some evidence that the prosecutors wanted to introduce.
I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just not. We are starting right now. It's 1:20. So
we have talked to them. We have said we don't agree.
Then file a motion and get it before me, and we'll take it up. Both of you all have equally responsibility to do that. Oh, it's going to be inadmissible right now.
Then there was another standoff between Judge Glanville and defense attorney Brian Steele when the latter accused the judge of influencing the jury.
So my point is, there was absolute candor always with the court. I did take it as a fait accompli because I don't know why.
No, but that's not true, sir, and that's a misstatement and a mischaracterization. You're telling me that I've already made up my mind at that point in time. It was all but a certain conclusion. It was not, sir. That's not the way that this court looks at its role as the gatekeeper and its role as a referee.
Well, I understand that you're offended.
I am offended because it's not true in terms of what you were given.
Well, I'm going to tell you I'm offended because no other time in this trial have you given a instruction to the jury before you found somebody expert to say this person's going to give expert and lay testimony.
Did you object at that point in time?
Your Honor, I believe...
Did you object at that point in time?
I believe you already...
Did you object at that point in time, sir? I'm asking you a question. Did you object to, at that point in time, saying, Judge, she hasn't been qualified as an expert as of yet? I don't think you should read that instruction as of yet.
It would have been frivolous to say...
But you didn't object, though, did you?
Now, if that wasn't all, the defense then called out prosecutor Adrian Love for lying to the judge's face.
But you don't do it by standing there 3 feet from you in your face and lying to the court. And that's what she did. And she knew what she was doing, and it's not right.
The trial was also filled with some bizarre and spectacular, never-before-seen moments, like when someone from the gallery handed over Williams a bag of drugs in front of a dozen court officers. Or when a juror got into trouble for recording courtroom proceedings.
Do you recall this court giving you the ad nauseum admonitions about acceptable behavior?
About having phones out?
Yes.
At the moment when we came in.
Didn't I tell you to turn your phone off?
It was, I'm going to be truthfully and very honest. When it was a lot going on, we had just come from different
Answer
floors.
my question first, and then you can explain it. Do you recall us telling you to turn off your cell phones?
Another juror took off to a vacation instead of attending jury duties. She was held in contempt and oddly punished with a 30-page essay on the importance of jury service.
Ordinarily, madam, I do find you in contempt, but here's what I'm going to do. What I then want to do is, in order for you to satisfy your contempt, I'm going to commute the 20 days and require you to write a 30-page paper on the importance of jury service.
Incredibly, a third juror was also held in contempt after he inquired to the media about the trial.
Why would you think this would be okay for you to inquire about this?
It was a dumb mistake on my part.
I mean, because that tells me you were listening on the media, which is what I told you not to do as well.
He too received a peculiar punishment.
You're going to do 10 hours of community service, all right? Then, when we pick a jury in this case, you're going to come for the first 5 days of trial.
The court was also the victim of a cyber attack, where all the screens were bombarded with naked Zoom calls, much to the amusement of everyone present.
Looks like they got Zoom bombed. So this just popped up on everybody's screen on the television in the courtroom. And, it was graphic, lasted for several seconds before the judge said, we've been hacked, and instructed the deputies to shut off all the TVs.
The trial also saw its fair share of questionable witnesses. One of them erupted on the stand during cross-examination.
I really don't understand what's going on. I don't remember. My head hurt. They keep asking me questions about this, keep asking me questions about that. About 2013, I don't remember.
He said his number was made public and he and his family were being harassed.
People calling my phone right now threatening me, texting my phone. I ain't had no sleep. I've been up all night since yesterday, 7 o'clock, from 7 o'clock yesterday to 6 o'clock this morning. Still getting calls. Still getting texts.
Then he made the most shocking revelation.
Can I get a water or something? I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on y'all ass.
There was also a witness who seemed to have been forced to testify in court.
When you testified yesterday, you didn't want to be here.
Yes.
She made claims of harassment by the district attorney's office.
And part of it is because of the interactions, and your reaction yesterday was based on the interactions you had, not with Mr. Williams or anyone over here, but with the district attorney's office. Isn't that true?
Yes.
You told us when you were back there that they had been, quote, harassing you for a number of months. Is that true?
Yes.
Judge Glanville, finally fed up with all the delays and interruptions, addressed the court.
You said that you would do it later as it came
Okay, well, here's the thing. Later is now. I got a jury in the box, so you could have asked me that an hour. I mean, we had time this morning. I could have gone through that this morning and made clarity on it for both sides.
The judge said if need be, he'd hold court on the weekends to make up for the lost time.
If necessary need be, we'll start having court on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, well, that's my call. So if you don't want your Saturday and Sunday sucked up, I think we need to work a little harder.
Safe to say the trial is still ongoing.